Martino Ciambrelli of the Naturo group worked his way up at a major food company for over 30 years. He realized that the owners made all the money, yet he remained a salaried employee. So he thought about becoming an entrepreneur. A friend of his then introduced him to a product, natural, pure Rocky Mountain water, enhanced with plant-based ingredients. The product's called Trace, that he now has invested in and dedicated himself to. He's going to tell us about that transition and what about Trace convinced him to take the risk to become an entrepreneur. Hey Martino, welcome to Biz One-on-One.
Thanks for having me, Randy. Do I call you Limone or Lemon?
Lennon, hey, I'm related to John Lennon. We'll stick with Lennon.
We'll stay with that, okay.
So I have had the pleasure of learning about this product because I also know your partner, Marcello Leone. This is fantastic. It's actually a whole new category in the whole business. In the whole, like, Health Canada's created a new category for this.
It's been fun. It's been a 4-year challenge so far from its first starts when Marcello introduced me to the brand. Him and his wife were the ones who really fell in love with the brand, fell in love with what the plants did for you and how it really revitalized their life. Especially Gabby, she started first. When Gabby introduced it to him, he finally stopped having colds and he noticed that his runner's knee wasn't as severe as it was. So he fell in love with the brand himself because of the natural benefits of the product.
So it's black water. I mean, this is water, right?
This is water infused with plants.
So infused with plants, and when I say that Health Canada's created a new category, you actually can make health claims about the benefit of this water?
You can actually say that it's legitimate to sell in the marketplace and that it's certified that it is what it is. So it comes from plant-based, it's got fulvic and humic ingredients in it that come from these plants.
Fulvic and humic.
They're really cool words. They're acids, basically, that come from the plants. It's infused in our plant 25 kilometers northeast of Osoyoos. And right there on top of the aquifer, we have a plant there that infuses the plants into the water and creates this product called Trace.
And Trace is going to be available in stores right across the country. You're rolling it out. You're already working with the Vancouver Canucks, I know. So, but what's the key here? Is it like the water's black, it's got a bunch of minerals in it, but it's also higher alkaline. What does that mean?
Absolutely. You know, what's cool about the product is that it's black. That's the cool factor. Then what's really great about the product is that it has a high pH level, and the pH level is around 9. Naturally, we don't use any chemicals or anything to do it. It's just all done naturally through the infusion. That high pH level forces your body to metabolize itself because your body wants to be about 7.2. So it automatically goes to work on your body and makes your body become naturally alkaline. And that's the first big benefit of this. All water is hydrating, but we're natural. We don't do any funny things with our electrolytes. Those are all natural. There's no infusion of chemicals to make that happen. So everything that we do is pure, natural, no carbs, no sugars, no chemicals. It's a great, natural, innovative product, and we really believe that we're on something that is going to be good for your wellness.
Now this thing here is amazing because this is like what 5-hour energy drink is what this looks like. Yeah. So you've created a competitor, a natural competitor to like 5-hour energy?
Absolutely. What happened is that the key to our product is the amount of minerals it puts in your system. So it has natural minerals that go in your system. You know, magnesium, potassium, iron. You can see in our packaging exactly the quantities are. But what's really cool are the 14 trace minerals you can't see. And those trace minerals come from the ground and the plants. And those plants aren't in our salads anymore. So as all those minerals combined, when you take it as a shot, like in that format, you get really strong feeling in your body of your mineralization without caffeine, without chemicals, without an infusion of that. And that's what the 5 Hours built their business on. So we're going to be the opposite. We're going to be the organic, natural guy in the category. And we're really excited about that. It's available at 7-Eleven right now because they believe that they need a competitor in there that is natural. And that's what we are.
So this is up right against 5-Hour Energy in the 7-Eleven store?
Absolutely, yeah. Right, any 7-Eleven in Canada.
So the transition for you, Martino, long-time corporate guy.
Yeah.
And now you're putting your own money in and stepping away from the secure corporate position to make this happen.
Yeah, I'm very lucky. You know, the Leone family really, gave me an opportunity here to be involved with them. And I've known them for many years, and to be involved in business is always a challenge with friends. But Marcello makes it easy. His family makes it easy because they just make you responsible and let you do what you have to do. The difference this time is that I'm not just going for a small bonus check. And the companies that you work for, like Pepsi, which is Frito-Lay, where I worked, or Planters Peanuts, which was John Vance Foods, they give you good bonuses, but not life-changing bonuses. And what you hope to do is create something that's good for everybody, and at the end of the day, maybe changes your life a little bit.
So what's different? You were a hardworking guy working for Pepsi. What's different when it's your own company?
I think I go to bed at night happier. I mean, when you work for a corporation, there's always, am I doing good enough? Do they respect what I'm doing? Does everybody really care what I'm doing? Who hates me? Who likes me? There's all that stuff. Here, it's not like that. It's like a family. You go to work, you work hard, you wake up, you don't think about, I start at 9. No. I always start as soon as I get out of bed in the morning and look at my phone, and off we go, and you're in the bathroom texting somebody, and the world's a global market. You can be working all day.
I thought I was the only one that did that, texting and talking on my phone in the bathroom. It's a crazy pace that we live in these days.
I think so. I think, when you're for corporate, you can go to work, you can take off and come back and take off. Where here, you're really on all the time, 18 hours a day. You need to sleep. And I think even when you sleep, you dream of what you have to do next. It's kind of interesting. But it's been 4 years of taking this from what the concept was and creating this first bottle here of Trace, which was our original concept, to where we're going for our big launch on July 1st, where our new packaging is involved. We're really excited about that transition because the communication to the customer is right, and we're ready to go right across the country. We have interest right across the country, from Vancouver to Halifax, with Sobeys in Atlantic Canada. We have Sobeys in Safeway in Western Canada, and Loblaws and Sobeys and Metro in Toronto are all targets that we want to accomplish this year. So we're very excited.
I remember interviewing many, many years ago a guy out of Vancouver that was entering the soft drink space as an individual entrepreneur. And he now has all his pop in all the Starbucks across the country. And I said to him, that's the most competitive business there is. The soft drink business, like you're going up against Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Same for you guys. Why, of all things, the water business?
Well, when Marcello told me, I started looking at the business first before I said yes. And what I noticed was that there was water in the business. There was vitamin water, there was coconut water, there was energy drinks. But there was really nothing defining the premium waters, the quality waters of the world, and defining those. They were all over the place. Every store had them somewhere where they shouldn't have been. So I thought to them, why don't we create a structured water category where people are adding structure to the water? That would give places like Hint and Karma and Fiji and Smart Water a place to house themselves in a section. And when I presented that idea to the trade, they loved it. And of course, us being black and being disruptive, where did we get to go? Right in the middle of the section. And it was an awesome deal for everybody. And in Vancouver, we have 160 stores carrying our product, all doing very well, and we've created these structured water sections. So we're excited about expanding that right across the country.
So it's competitive, but you also, it's a category that's never going to go away. There's people drinking more and more water than ever before.
Yeah, people are looking for alternatives. The kids, how do you get them away from pop? You got to give them something flavored. So creating waters with flavors is important without sugars. So that's going to be really big, I believe, in the future. A sparkling water category is growing like crazy, and I believe that our category with structured wellness is going to be really important to families because you've got water, but this is, don't want to say we're better than water, but we are. I mean, it really is.
Better than water. That's an interesting slogan you could jump on. What's the potential future? This is a little company out of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. What's the big potential picture? Can you guys enter into the U.S. market? Yeah,
we're going to launch in 2018, the first quarter in the U.S. I mean, our products, we have 2 supplement products that are already available in the United States. And next is to bring our drink there. Because the drink is where the commodity is, and that's where the big volumes are. The beverage business is the most interesting business you have to be involved in. When you get to $10 million, they have this double factor, they call it. You hit 10, all of a sudden you hit 20, and all of a sudden you hit 40. And it just happens naturally. And it's a really cool category for that. So if you stay away from pop, and you stay away from the energy drinks, and you create something of your own, and you get the consumer to believe in it, that pop should happen. And bad word, pop, but you should have the acceleration of the volume very easily.
So for you and your family, what's it like to step off the ledge, so to speak, and leave the corporate job? How's your wife feel about it?
She's good. She has a great job. So she works as in the healthcare system in the hospital. She's
so really, a little bit of security and
we got that
stability
part,
there.
So we're lucky there. And then we've worked our 30 years of our lives too. So we're somewhat ready for this. But Marcello's family and the only family have taken the big risk. They've bought the water supply. They bought the land around the water supply. We own the water rights, the mineral rights. They've put all the money up for all that. That's big money. And the plant renovation that we're currently doing is going to make the plant really like one of the best manufacturing plants for water in the country. It may not be the fastest one in the country because the big boys got those ones, but we're going to be one of the biggest small guys, and we also have the only flash pasteurizer on the line in Western Canada for water. And what that allows us to do is to take things like this and put them through that What it allows us to do is take the product and put it through a 7-second, What it allows us to do is take the product and put it through a 7-second pasteurization, which allows it to be really safe without affecting the ingredients, because fulvic and humic has a very high boiling point. It's about 175. So we're able to pasteurize it at a lower level and make it very safe for the consumer.
So this little company out of Vancouver is creating a new category in the water business, black water. It's my understanding that even though you're not a public company, there's a way for people to, the average person to try the water, whatever, but also invest in the company. Touch on that for a minute.
Yeah, that's important, I think. We're also, we're growing. We don't have all the money in the world, but we have been approached by Front Funder, which is a group that does that for us. And they're going to be launching that shortly. And we're excited about it because it's going to allow an average person to invest in a company like this. And you always hear on the radio, water's the future, water's the future. Well, how do you get involved with that as a smaller person and not being able to put $1 billion into a company? Here you'll be able to. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see the type of investors we get on that.
And that's through Front Funder, which is, as a matter of fact, the founder of Front Funder has been on Biz 101, which is part of us creating this community that we have here. So you're going to be launching Trace on Front Funder, and people can go to the Front Funder site and see the whole picture.
Absolutely. That's how I met Peter, through this show. I saw him on the show, and then I met him.
That's fantastic. So, where does the future lie as far as rolling out additional product lines, or is it you're basically just sticking with the black water?
No, we're gonna start with this, and we're gonna add some line extensions to it, like lemon and cucumber, mint. But also, what's important is we're going to be expanding the product globally. So we expect to be in China before the end of the year.
Really?
Yeah, that's exciting. We've worked on that for 2 years to get Health China approval and stuff like that.
So you're going to, water coming out of this aquifer in south central BC with Soyuz is going to be shipped to China.
And it's going to be like this, just like Trace is. And so we'll go there. It'll be a premium market. Obviously, you have to pick your market there. And we're excited about that because we've already did some testing there, and the acceptance has been very high. In the Asian culture, medicines and better-for-you products are black. So they have no fear of our product at all, none at all. They just go, boof, they drink it. They know it's going to be good for them.
So just to before we wrap up, the water's black. That's not a gimmick. That's how it turns out when you infuse it with these plant-based minerals. That's what happens?
Absolutely. That's the funniest part about it all. People always think we do something to it. It's the fulvic and the humic ingredients from the plants that we get in the mountains of British Columbia here, the Rocky Mountains. When we go underground and get them, the humic makes it black, and that's just natural.
And we're not getting that in our normal food supply anymore?
Yeah, our trace minerals in the green supply has been reported to be 50% less than it was 10 years ago. So we're going to help you give a little boost back into your diet with our drink.
Well, I've been trying it. I like it. And as you can tell, look how healthy I am. My hair is starting to grow back. Oh, no, I'm just joking.
Can't claim that.
Okay, Martino, thanks for coming on Biz 101.
Thank you very much.
That was a blast.
All right, thank you. Cheers.